From the Sunshine State, this is Tampa Bay's Tan Talk.
Happy birthday to the Mac. Plus Surface sales double, but is that still good enough? And Log Me In is no longer free. Stay tuned.
Rocketed from the dying planet Microsoft, raised by a kindly couple in the small town called Wazville, your PC hero grew strong knowing one day he would be the one to fight computer malware and ignorance. In his secret identity of mild-mannered tech reporter Alan Barebi, he fights for truth, justice, and the Jobsian way. And now, the one, the only, your PC hero.
Welcome, everybody, to your PC hero coming to your rescue every single week. And don't forget to check out the website, yourpchero.com, where after every single show, we put all the links to all the stories we talk about, the freebie choices of the week, and everything else up on the website. And not only do we have show notes and links on the site, we also have a giant question mark on the right-hand side.
And you have the Shogun.
Of course. You click on that giant question mark, ask us any question, and we will answer every single one. But only one gets chosen every single week to be the featured question, and they may win a prize. And, of course, we have our call-in numbers. Local number is 727-441-3000. Toll-free 866-826-1340. But before we get into all of that, let me introduce you to my partner in crime, the baddest man in technology, the Shogun of technology, Mr. Andre.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
Sure enough.
Alan, I can't hear you, baby. I am the baddest man on the planet. Do you know that the Guinness Book of World Records has called me the baddest man on the planet? You know why? Because
Why?
I catch bullets with my teeth, baby. That's why.
And then the Shogun woke up. That's exactly right.
Then the Shogun went to the dentist today, but that's another story.
All right. Well, we have some good news, some bad news. There's a full episode for you this week, guys. But first, the most important news. That's right, everybody. This week, it was the 30th birthday of the Mac. That's right, the computer that changed the world turned 30 last week. And I can't even begin to tell you what that means for me because, you know, first of all, Mac guy, Steve Jobs, who I still miss to this day, was of course, he was very instrumental in the Mac even coming out. Show baby, any thoughts about the Mac and 30 years of it?
Yeah, I think they blew out the candles when Steve Jobs went away, bro. That's my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm happy it's their birthday. I'm happy that, you know, over this 30 years, we've got a lot to be thankful for. They've come out with a lot of great products and everything else, but I'm really concerned about what's going to happen when they turn 31.
I don't blame you. There is actually a lot of concern there on my part as well. But let's not talk about the bad. Let's talk about the good. It was a computer that changed the world.
Changed my world, man. When I was a little Shogun back in the day,
show baby.
little show baby, little teenage show. My first computer I had was a Mac, bro.
You remember which model it was?
I think it was like the 2E.
Okay.
You
I had
remember
the same
that one? Yep.
Yep.
And I used to play my favorite game in the entire world, Zork.
Zork.
The greatest game that was ever invented.
You know, there's some emulators out there that lets you play those old games again.
I still play them. That, and, you know, the funny thing about it is, Alan, is if it hadn't been for Apple, I never would have even gotten into IT. That's what really got me interested in being a computer guy.
What people don't realize is that the Mac is what brought the computers into the house. It's what gave computers to regular people to be able to use it.
Yeah, I was a regular person back then.
You were?
Yes.
I can't imagine that.
Absolutely, man.
Nah, there's no way.
Who would have known?
I can't imagine.
What would have came out afterwards?
Well, the Mac was also the first to really commercialize what we call the GUI, which is basically the system where you click instead of typing commands all the time. You click on a little icon and a program launches revolutionary at the time. We have to thank Jobs and especially Wozniak because he was really
Yeah, he was really the
brains
guy.
behind
You know,
it.
and it's really funny because you think back at that time frame when Windows first came out and when the Mac was out there, Windows really wasn't doing a user interface that
No.
much, you know? It was more like, you really kind of had to understand you had to understand DOS.
right.
And
Right.
it's like the Apple. I mean, it was color. It was, it wasn't the greatest resolution, but, over Atari and some of the other things that came out at that same time frame, Commodore 64, and not the Commodores, the group, but,
That's
the actual
right. I remember
Commodore
the
64.
Commodore,
Of
yeah.
course I do. But that was the computer to have. You knew you made it if you had an Apple back in those days.
Now, well, a lot of people don't realize is that the GUI, the graphical user interface, which is just a fancy way of saying you see a picture, you click on it, something happens, was not invented by Jobs and Wozniak or Microsoft and Gates. It was actually invented by Xerox.
Really?
They're the ones that had it. It was called the PARC system, but they didn't know what to do with it.
I thought Al Gore invented
No,
that.
he did that. He did also later.
Ah.
But what was brilliant was that Jobs saw that and realized this is the future. This is going to revolutionize computers and bring it into the household. And Gates, after seeing what Jobs was doing, felt the same way. And then, of course, we had Windows 3.1 and
Right.
95, which was the first real one, and on and on and on. So, yeah, it completely changed it. Even back then, Jobs was a fanatic about the design.
Yeah, he always was about minimalism.
Minimalism,
always wanted
making it
to
look
be
good
very
and simple.
and
Yeah.
look good. Yeah, and that was incredible. I mean, honestly, for its time, I felt like I had arrived just because I owned one.
That's right. And not only that, simple in using, he also revolutionized advertising of the computers. I mean, you remember the 1984 ad? That was unbelievable. One of the best ads ever.
Yeah.
You
Only
know?
thing that would have made that better is if they had Barry White singing in the background.
Yeah, of
That
course.
would have made it perfect.
Of course. But the ads used to tell us basically, there are two kind of people, computer users and people who use Apples. And some people say that's led to this snobbiness with Apple users. Maybe so, but just unbelievable. Especially my favorite ad, which is one of my favorite ads of all time, which was the Think Different.
Yeah, but you know what? I can't say that it's snobbiness anymore because so many people own an Apple product now. I mean, it's like everybody owns an iPhone.
Right.
Even the non-snobby people. Mm-hmm. I mean, and, the stores are kind of mainstream now. It's a
Right.
retail product now. It's in almost every store. Even if you're a Walmart shopper, you can go in there and you can buy Apple products, which probably never would have happened back in the day. But now,
Yeah.
it's that mainstream.
All right. Well, happy birthday to Apple and the Macintosh. And
And we love you, Steve Jobs.
We
We
do.
hope
We
your
still
brain
miss
is still
you.
alive in the cave somewhere.
that's right. Or this is all a hoax and you're actually not dead. But
Or they put your brain in Wozniak.
now let's talk about a little bit of the future of what Apple is trying to do now. Of course, they haven't excited us since he's gone. But one of the things that is not very exciting, but could bring them a lot of revenue, which is all Steve Cook seems to be about, is quarterly results, corporate boring stuff, and that is they're talking about coming out with a competitor for PayPal and Square and their own mobile payments business. What do you think, bro?
I'm not even thinking about that, bro. Right now, I'm picturing Kate Upton in a bikini
Okay.
while you're talking about that.
All right. Well, the Shogun is in La La Land, imagining Kate Upton in a bikini on the beach. Apple is, they have this fingerprint technology now that's on the phone, which I told you a few months ago. It's there for the future. There's something they're planning on in the future, which would make sense if that was identification instead of signing things or a PIN. You just have your fingerprint, which is obviously harder to forge, and that you'd be able to pay anything through your phone. You could already do that with Apple iTunes, the store, one click, you buy something. Mac store, one click, you buy something. It makes sense to be able to do that with everything.
Well, you know how I feel about fingerprints, man, so that's not going to work for me. 'Cause I hate fingerprints on anything.
Okay.
So, I'm not going to do that. Unless they have like a plastic fingerprint that you can put over your own fingerprint that doesn't leave smudges and marks.
Okay, but for normal people who are not OCD and crazy in the head,
Right.
this could be a lot of money.
It could be, but you know what? They've been laying the groundwork for this stuff for years. I mean, it's like HP kind of perfected that whole fingerprint technology on their laptops and everything else. Apple's been exploiting it here recently, you know, with adding the fingerprint feature to the iPhone and all that. My biggest question, I guess, about that is, you know, I mean, how convenient is that going to be? It hasn't really
so
driven
many people
adoption.
have iPhones, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
all
it
you have to do
really
is go to the
has not-
register and pay.
Yeah, but bro, it has not driven adoption across the board. I mean, there's been a guy that invented a card that, you know, you stuck in your computer. It would log in your computer. It would log in your credit card, everything else. That never took off. Everybody thought this guy was going to be hugely funded. It hasn't happened. I mean, do you really think people really care that much about that?
I don't think they care, but it could be a significant revenue source. But again, nothing exciting, but
No.
it could be a smart business move. All right. Talking about business, your boys over at Microsoft, okay? You love them so much.
I do.
I don't know if you love them more than Kate Upton or
It's close, bro. It's close. It's very close.
But you don't want to see Bomber and the gang in a bikini, though, on the beach.
Bomber's going to be gone. You know what would be the best thing that could ever happen to me?
She
Is they-
became the CEO of Microsoft.
of Microsoft. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, well, Kate Upton aside, some news. The Surface sales, Microsoft Surface, which for some crazy reason, bro, keeps drawing to me. I don't know why. There are other Windows tablets out there, but I keep going back to wanting a Surface. I don't know. Something about it is appealing to me. Sales have doubled on the Surface tablet,
Yeah, no surprise.
but they're still losing money. So is this doubling nothing is still nothing, or is this something we should be happy about?
It's something we should be happy about.
All right,
Because,
tell
you
me
know,
why.
well, I'm going to tell you why. Because, number one, they're still making money everywhere else. So it really doesn't matter. I mean, you know, this has been their most successful hardware device sale. You know, I mean, post Zune, post all of the other things that they came out with. You know, the cell phones and all that. They're actually starting to get some market share on this.
And
I'm
the
gonna tell you-
Xbox. Don't neglect the Xbox. Well,
Well,
I know we forget that it's
I don't
Microsoft.
I don't mention the Xbox
Yeah.
because it really wasn't about the device. I mean, if Halo had been on the PS3, then Microsoft never would have had anything. It was the game that made the Xbox successful, not the Xbox that made the game successful. So let's
Okay.
remember that, first of all. Number two, the big thing that I think is driving Microsoft Surface's sales is the fact that you now have a full Windows experience, which is the same thing that you use at your office, that you probably use at home unless you're an Apple user, on a tablet device. You have a full copy of Office. You can use it like a laptop. They're starting to come out with adaptive tablet/laptops. I guess you call them flaptops.
Right.
I don't know. But anyway, maybe I just coined that phrase.
Maybe.
But
Okay,
anyway.
trademark shogun of technology.
Yes, flaptops. But anyway, so, you know, that's really what's driving the sales. And I think that's only going to get more and more adoption as people start to look at this as a business class device that you can use to run your business from anywhere in the world.
That's going to be the key.
That is the key.
Yeah. If they can invent a nice, simple dock where you can, you know, like we talked about in the past, you dock it on your work computer. I'll give you a perfect example. My lovely wife, okay? She's a Windows user at her office.
And she is lovely. I don't know why she
I
married
have
you.
no
I have
idea.
no
It's a
earthly
big
clue.
mystery to me.
No
but I'm
idea.
not going to question it too much.
I'm not either.
Anyway, if, let's say she had a Surface tablet that was as powerful as her computer at the office.
I think you drugged her.
Maybe.
You gave her a roofie prior to the
bad vision,
wedding.
bad hearing. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
One
let's-
day she's going to wake up and open her eyes and she's going to say, holy cow, what just happened to me?
That's right.
Yes.
Anyway, so imagine if there was a tablet, a Surface that was as powerful as her computer at the office.
Which
Okay.
they're getting that way.
They're getting there.
Yeah.
And all she had to do was go to the office, snap in her little Surface in
Into
her
a
dock.
dock,
Right.
Which
and
HP
have
already
everything
has.
else. Right.
which HP already has.
Right. And
The
everything
Elite,
else
the Elite
working.
tablet, bro, does that.
Right. And then have the full-size keyboard, and then when she's done, unclick it, take it home.
Yeah, and you know, HP already has that technology, and they're perfecting that now.
Yeah.
They've already started sales on that. They've got a tablet that has a full dock that you pop it in your office. It's getting to be almost as powerful as, you know, your desktop PC.
Right.
And if and when they perfect their cloud OS, which is coming,
So you
Mark
say,
my words. I keep saying it, but it's going to happen. I can
better.
tell you,
It
it's
better.
going to happen sooner than you think.
okay.
That's going to be the game changer right there. Because right now, the iPad is great for email. It's great for playing Angry Birds. It's great for a couple of other things. But running a full office off of it, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's not.
All right.
I mean, tell me the truth, bro. Do you see it? It's been years now.
I've been the one pushing Microsoft should be focusing on the business environment anyway.
But I'm saying, what's
Yeah.
been the evolution of the iPad?
No, it's a fun toy.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, it's a media consumption device, internet, email, videos, great for that stuff, wonderful for that stuff. But still, when it comes to actually doing work and creating work, it's still lagging a lot.
Yeah, I can't get anything done except check my emails and look at pictures of Kate Upton on here.
Which
So,
for that is beautiful.
For that,
I mean,
it's
you really
fantastic,
can't
yeah.
beat that.
yeah, Retina display, bro. Boingdy, boingdy, boingdy.
Boingdy, boingdy. All
Yes.
right. Well, speaking of boingdy, boingdy, boingding, Google had some trouble last week, bro.
Yes,
Gmail
I heard about this.
down.
I heard about this, yes.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to do a shout out to all my clients out there who want 100% reliability on everything. If Google, with all their billions they spend on technology, can be down for 50 minutes or whatever it was, then expecting 100% reliability in anything is insane. Would you agree?
I have agreed upon that for all of my IT career. I mean, to even assume, you know, I mean, this happened to Amazon not too long ago.
Right.
What, 1 year, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Same thing, major outage.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's not a matter of how it's going to happen. It's a matter of when it's going to happen. And it's going to consistently continue to happen to a lot of larger providers like that. If everybody thought that Google was bulletproof, they're not.
Right.
You know, their technology that they use, their background technology is extremely hackable.
But again, they have people, staff of IT guys working on it, so if it can happen to them, it can happen to everybody, guys.
Let me tell you this, though, Alan.
Okay, baby.
You are the proponent and the hater of
At the same time.
Microsoft's patching.
Right.
But you've never heard of a company that uses Microsoft technology on the back end ever having an issue like this.
That's not true.
Okay, name one.
Microsoft.
Microsoft was never hacked like this, bro.
No. First of all, this wasn't really a hack. It was an outage, but they
Call
had
what
some,
you want.
No, they had some issues with passwords in the past, too, bro. I'm going to dig it up while we're on the break. I'm going to dig it up and bring it back when we come
It
back.
probably was back when they had Windows 3.1.
All right, we'll see.
Yes.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about some more bad stuff, including a little thing called net neutrality, and, of course, my baby logged me in no longer being free, so stay tuned.
I used to hate getting cuts because the stinky stuff Mom used hurt worse than the cut. But now my mom uses Caricure Skin Protectant and it doesn't sting at all. Mom says that's because it's a water-based liquid bandage and doesn't have any chemicals. I can even swim in the pool and it doesn't come off. I've seen Dad use it on his running blisters and when he cuts himself shaving. He says he likes that it stops bleeding when he cuts himself. You should tell your mom to get Caricure. It's in the first aid aisle at Kroger. Caricure, healing the way nature intended.
All right, people, you love the show, and now you want to help, and you want to make some money, too. You can come to your PC Heroes Rescue. We are hiring. That's right. We are looking for a salesperson. Part-time hours, full-time income. You cannot beat it. What do you think, Show?
You can't make money any easier than this. I mean, this is like shooting ducks in a barrel here. All you got to do is come on here, get your dulcet tones on the phone, make a couple of phone calls from us, and the next thing you know, you're going to be rolling in barrels of money.
So if you want to apply for a job here with your PC Hero, all you got to do is go to the website, hit the Contact Us button, and let us take care of the rest. YourPCHero.com. Come to our rescue.
Is your computer running slower every day? Tried those speed up your PC scams you saw on TV? Do you just need help but don't know who to call or to trust? Well, Your PC Hero is here to come to your rescue. Contact Your PC Hero by calling 813-793-7462 or emailing us at help@yourpchero.com. That's 813-793-7462. Or email at help@yourpchero.com. Your PC Hero to the rescue.
This is Your PC Hero, and everyone who listens to my show knows how much I love the little guy, the cool tech startup, the people who are doing fun things on the internet, even offline businesses that are using the internet to promote their stuff. Well, if you have a business or a cool story that you want to talk about on my show, then give me a call at 813-444-3761. That's 813-44-HERO1, and you too can be on Your PC Hero. How exciting is that?
No more excuses. Get your business online and let your PC Hero come to your rescue with your domain, hosting, and traffic building needs. Your trusted name on the radio is also your only choice for domain registration, website and email hosting, and tools to generate online traffic. Go to yourpchero.biz for more information. That's yourpchero.biz to the rescue of your biz.
Does your business need a website and professional level email, but you do not have the budget for it, or you think you don't? Well, I have the solution for you. KRBweb.com. That's right, KRBweb.com. For as low as $6 a month, that's right, $6 a month, you can get website hosting, email with your domain, a free domain name, and it has a built-in website builder, so you don't even need a web designer. So get started, get your business on the internet at KRBweb.com.
Have a question? Call in. Our numbers are 727-441-3000 or toll free 866-826-1340. That's 727-441-3000 or toll free 866-826-1340.
All righty, your PC Hero. Your PC Hero coming to your rescue, of course, with the biggest, baddest man in technology, the Shogun, right by my side.
Rocking out to Sukiyaki Sue, baby.
The only woman that can give Kate Upton a run for her
money.
You know it.
Always.
That's right. And don't forget, everybody, check out your website, yourpchero.com, where we have the links to everything that we talk about, so you don't have to try to scramble or write things down when you're driving in your car. We put it all up there on the website for you. And, of course, there's a giant question mark. Click on it, ask us a question. We answer every single one. Even the Shogun will answer all your love questions, but only one gets chosen every single week. All right, we were talking about the outages of Gmail. And, bro, I hate to disappoint you and burst your bubble, but Microsoft was hacked twice by the Syrian Electronic Army very recently.
How recently was that?
Maybe a month ago.
Yeah, but I'll bet you that was corporate. That was not.
Okay, I'm just
our
saying.
public
I'm just
stuff.
saying is all.
That wasn't like Hotmail or anything like that, right?
Well,
and they didn't
I
get
don't know.
anybody's information. They didn't get personal information.
Who knows? Who knows? All right. Well, let's talk. Speaking of hacking and all this horrible stuff out there, one of the saddest news for me last week was about net neutrality. Okay, which is going bye-bye, according to the court system. For those of you who don't know what net neutrality is, I'm going to explain it to you as briefly and as simply as possible. Right now,
it's not like gender neutrality, right?
No, it's not gender neutrality. No,
okay, I just wanted to make sure.
All right, let's say you have your internet with Verizon Files. We'll use them as an example. Okay? The speed, the bandwidth, the traffic, everything is equal. You can go to a Google website, you can go to Microsoft website, you can go wherever you want without any issues whatsoever. It's free and open. No one website has any say or more power than the other websites, so on and so forth. It's a free and open internet as long as you pay the bill, obviously, every single month. Well, of course, Verizon hates this. You know, Comcast hates this. All of the providers of internet hate this because they want to basically not only have you go to where they want you to go, all right? They want to charge the heavy hitters like Google, and I'm sure this is a lot geared toward Netflix, which sucks up their bandwidth, charge them for providing access to their website. Yeah.
Yeah, see, and that completely sucks. Because you know what happens with that? that charge gets put back on the back of the freaking consumer.
Of course.
You know, we wind up paying for that.
Uh-huh.
And unlike the Shogun, who is, you know, filthy rich beyond, you know, anybody's wildest imagination.
Right.
Some people don't have the money to pay.
Right.
You understand?
That's right.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, this is really, really just government at its worst.
Yeah.
To say the least.
What I can understand.
And what do they get out of it anyway?
That's my point.
Yeah, what do they get out of it?
Why would they go along with this? Can they tell anybody out there, you know, the government, one reason that it benefits the citizens of this wonderful United States of America, how it benefits us to get rid of net neutrality?
It doesn't benefit us at all.
None.
You know?
None.
I mean, it really doesn't. And it's like, you know, why is the FCC even involved in this?
Communications, baby. Internet's communication.
Yeah, but it's privately owned. It's privately funded. Why does the federal government have the ability to regulate us on that?
Don't ask me.
You know, it makes absolutely no sense.
Don't ask me.
So what's going to happen now? Is it going to be like radio and we're going to have pirate internet?
Well, here's an example. For those of you saying, what's the big deal, whatever. It is a big deal. For example, I'm gonna present you with one. You go on the internet at your home, and what comes up, no matter what, the Verizon search page, not Google search page, or whatever you want your home page to be. You're going to have to go through them first. Okay? And Netflix, unless they pay up, their speed will be slower.
Right, which means they won't be able to stream, which means they
there'll be a
won't
lot
be
of
able to sell
buffering,
product.
and no one will want to do it right. That's what'll happen if they start doing this crap. So, if you guys want to fight this, I highly recommend you put your voice in there. It's very simple. There's a website, savetheinternet.com/net-neutrality-101. Go there. Please express your displeasure. This is not a good thing for anybody. The only people that benefit from this is the ISP or internet service providers. That's it. This is going to be terrible. Absolutely awful.
Horrible.
Yes. All right. Another horrible thing.
You know what's going to happen?
What's going to happen, buddy?
It's going to be like oil. We're going to get it from the Middle East.
There you go.
Where they're not regulated anymore.
Well, thank you.
And then they'll have the monopoly on that, too.
Thank you. You figure it out how to get internet from the Middle East.
They're going to launch satellites, and they're going to do that just like they do with the oil, and they're going to make us pay for it.
Uh-huh.
That's what's going to happen. And then prices are going to go up.
You know, this is why, don't think this is not why Google has been laying down fiber and trying to become an ISP of their own, because they're afraid that they're going to be blocked out by Verizon, and because they obviously provide a lot of the traffic on the internet. You know, they go on the Google website.
But the sad thing about it is that it's like, you know, it's the federal government. It's a very hard road to overcome, you know, and especially when the courts side with the government, that makes it even worse.
It's really, really depressing.
Yeah, it's ludicrous.
Here's the bottom line in terms of what your PC hero believes, okay? The internet is the great equalizer, okay?
You know what I believe?
Yes.
I believe that Al Gore...
Thank you for interrupting my sentence right in the middle, but go ahead. Go ahead.
The internet.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Al Gore invented the internet.
And so he's behind this.
He's behind this. He's trying to make more money because his global warming thing didn't work.
Right.
I mean, it's record cold in the United States right now. It's not hot here.
And what does that have to do with net neutrality? I have no idea.
Because he invented the internet.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Now, excuse our rambling for a minute. This is what I believe. The internet is the great equalizer. For the first time in history, regular people have the ability to have a voice without having millions of dollars, having a TV station, radio station, a newspaper, whatever. And it's freaking the heck out of the big media companies because now anybody can compete. I mean, you saw that what happened with the Huffington Post. It came out of nowhere, and it became a powerful voice.
Yeah, but how do you regulate that on a global scale?
By directing traffic to where your companies are. You see, they don't like the fact that the individual has some power now in this internet world, and it's chaos, and they're trying to control it back to the way it was in the old days, where only a few media companies can go ahead and control the information that is being flowed to the sheep. That's my belief, and
I believe
it's very, very sad. Very, very sad. We got to hook up and get that island already where I can live in my own country because that's the only way it's going to work.
I already have my own island.
Yeah, anyway. It's in your brain.
Yes.
All right. We come from really sad news with net neutrality to more sad news and Log Me In, which was one of my freebie choices of the week back in the day.
Back in the day.
And probably one of my favorite freebie choices. For those of you who don't use Log Me In, they had a free option where you can basically install it on any computer, and then through the website logmein.com, you can access your computer from anywhere. As long as you have an internet connection, there was no configuring needed, no port forwarding, nothing. You just install it on the computer, and you can access it from anywhere. It was amazing, free product. I know a lot of IT guys used it for support because it was so easy to use. Well, we saw the end coming when a few months ago, they limited it to 7 computers. Then they limited it to even less computers, the free version. And now, with barely any notice whatsoever, they're telling you, screw you, it's no longer free. You have to pay.
Right, and you know why they did this, don't you? You know why they waited till the last minute?
Go ahead.
Because they knew that a lot of people were going to sit there and they were going to look at that subscriber price, say there's no way that I can transition all of my computer accounts over by that amount of time. All I got to do is pay the $49 a year, and you know, and then I'm still good to go.
Bro, it's not $49 a year.
No, I know. That's the base, cheapest plan that they have.
The cheapest for like 2 computers.
Yeah, exactly. And so, you know, this is stupid. But you know what? I love this because you know what's going to happen? Somebody else is going to step in and do this better.
I don't know.
I think they will, bro, because this was LogMeIn's bread and butter.
Yeah.
Because what really attracted me to LogMeIn was, okay, they had the free plan, which was great, but there were some limitations on the free plan. You couldn't print from your computer. You couldn't move files. You couldn't do all that. So if you really need to do that on a couple of computers, you'd pay the $49. It was well worth the money because you had the functionality that you needed. But you know what I was thinking today?
What were you thinking, bro?
I was thinking, why does remote desktop services not provide the same level of support inside of the firewall that LogMeIn does, where you don't have to do all that configuring and everything else to make it work through your firewall?
Because Microsoft doesn't get it, bro. I've talked about this a million times. Why isn't it baked into the operating system?
Yeah, exactly. Why don't they just do that so that rather than having to sit there and figure out how to set up firewall rules and how to get outside your network, they just build it exactly like LogMeIn did.
I mean, they're making you log in with a Microsoft account anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So why can't they just have that account have the same kind of access everywhere?
Right, exactly. I mean, you can't say it's a security concern.
Well, one of the things that is making a lot of people in the biz worried is that they're saying, is this a sign that the freemium model is going away? And for those of you who don't know what the freemium model is basically they offer something for free that's basic, hoping that you'll upgrade to the paid version later on. And we're seeing a lot of companies that were doing this freemium model are getting rid of the free stuff. What's next? Gmail no longer free?
Bro, I'm going to tell you something.
Down the line,
what's going to happen is that other people are going to step in with a better model that's
so
going to be
say.
free.
That's all you say, bro.
Bro, come on now. LogMeIn did it back in the day. You know, and I don't see... I think what's going to happen with this is that a lot of people are going to wind up leaving LogMeIn just because this was such a shady, cold-blooded move to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's other opportunities with paid advertising on remote desktop services where you get your remote desktop, but you have ads at the bottom or something like that. You know, click through models or whatever.
Maybe more reasonable pricing.
Yeah. I mean, that's not reasonable. $49 for 2 computers?
No,
I mean, I'd rather figure out how remote desktop works and circumvent that and not pay anything.
Yeah, that's a big word for you, circumvent, bro.
It is. That's a very big word, and I use it sparingly. But today, I've pulled that out of the closet just specifically for this discussion.
That's nice.
Very frustrating.
I'm very impressed.
Yes, frustrating is another big one for me.
Oh, nice.
It's got more than 2 vowels.
Okay, well, between net neutrality and LogMeIn, it's got me worried about anything really going to be free on the internet down the line, bro. Because again, what's to stop Google once everybody is kind of like addicted to their Gmail and have everything, their whole life wrapped up in Gmail, say, you know what? It's going to be $10 a year.
Well, people are always going to offer something for free because free is never really truly free.
But the problem
Everybody
is that you
knows
got all
that.
your stuff already in Gmail, bro.
Yeah, but bro,
It's not easy to move. It's not
bro,
like Log Me where you can just say, all right, I'll move it to another service.
Bro, I promise you, if they do that with Gmail, I will leave Gmail.
But you're not the normal person, bro. Don't you know that?
No, I think everybody would, bro, because people cannot. There's people that have email that cannot afford to pay for a subscribed service. You know, and it's ridiculous that companies like LogMeIn or anybody else would even consider charging people for something that for years and years and years they haven't had to pay for. So now all of a sudden you think I'm going to be able to pull some money out of my butt to pay for some of this other stuff? It's not going to happen. I'll find another alternative, and I guarantee you where companies like this fail, somebody else will sprout up and do it better. So log me in. I got 2 words for you, actually 3 words for you.
Remember, this is a family show, so, keep that in mind.
Kiss my Converse, Cooley.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm actually very concerned about the freemium model, and I know this is capitalism, and why should it be for free?
But you're also concerned about asteroids hitting the Earth, okay?
About what?
About asteroids hitting
No, I
the
don't
Earth.
care about
You
that.
told me that last week.
No, that was
You said an
somebody else,
asteroid's
bro.
going to hit the Earth next year.
That was the pink elephant that was talking to you while you were hammered. That wasn't me, bro.
Okay.
Okay? No. Seriously. In a lot of ways, with capitalism, you say, well, why should it be free? And I get it. And I think if LogMeIn was never free from the beginning, it wouldn't bother me as much.
I think Putin and Kim Jong-il will offer free LogMeIn.
Thank you.
Next year.
Thank you. You've been very helpful this episode.
Because they're
I gotta tell you.
very popular, you know.
You've been very, very
Putin's
helpful.
getting very
really.
popular.
Uh-huh.
You look at Dennis Rodman.
I don't want to look at Dennis Rodman if you
But
don't mind.
but he flies over there, every once in a while.
It really hurts me to look at him.
Gets hammered, and I think he's going to give out free LogMeIn credentials to everybody.
You think so?
Yes, or pay our bill.
All right.
Everyone comes first.
All right. Well, like I said, who knows what's next in the free world to go away? Any ideas? I'm hoping Amazon comes here and just cleans house, baby.
Yeah, you
That
know what?
would be
They should
amazing.
offer free remote services as part of their premium plan now.
What
Take
about-
that over.
I'm a free internet.
And email.
How about free internet?
And that's coming too, bro. But Google's already working on that with those balloons. You know? They're gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna tell you, somebody, it'll probably be like Richard Branson or somebody is gonna launch their own satellites. They're gonna set up their own network, and they're gonna make it free for the masses. You remember back in the day when they had pirate radio, and you had these guys. You were out of New York, so you remember everything.
Well,
in New
you're
York.
about 107 years old, so you're a little older than me, bro.
Well, you remember back in the 70s, there was a radio station in New York that did pirate radio, and they basically had a ship that they parked in international waters, and they provided unlimited music,
Right.
no regulation by FCC or anybody, and that's what's going to happen with the internet, bro.
How's that going to happen? Explain this to me.
They're going to wirelessly beam it from a satellite into your house,
Okay.
and you'll have broadband,
I hope
and it
so.
won't cost you a dime,
I don't know about a dime.
and they'll save the
It'll cost
whales at
something.
the same time.
And the whales,
It'll
too.
cost you your soul, your immortal soul.
That's gone already.
Yes.
All righty. When we come back from our break, we're going to have our freebie choice and, of course, our listener email of the week. So stay tuned.
I used to hate getting cuts because the stinky stuff Mom used hurt worse than the cut. But now my mom uses Cure Skin Protectant and it doesn't sting at all. Mom says that's because it's a water-based liquid bandage and doesn't have any chemicals. I can even swim in the pool and it doesn't come off. I've seen Dad use it on his running blisters and when he cuts himself shaving. He says he likes that it stops bleeding when he cuts himself. You should tell your mom to get Cure. It's in the first aid aisle at Kroger. Cure, healing the way nature intended.
All right, people, you love the show and now you want to help and you want to make some money too. You can come to your PC Heroes Rescue. We are hiring, that's right. We are looking for a salesperson. Part-time hours, full-time income, you cannot beat it. What do you think, Show?
You can't make money any easier than this. I mean, this is like shooting ducks in a barrel here. All you got to do is come on here, get your dulcet tones on the phone, make a couple of phone calls from us, and the next thing you know, you're going to be rolling in barrels of money.
So if you want to apply for a job here with your PC Hero, all you got to do is go to the website, hit the Contact Us button, and let us take care of the rest. YourPCHero.com. Come to our rescue.
Is your computer running slower every day? Tried those speed up your PC scams you saw on TV? Do you just need help but don't know who to call or to trust? Well, your PC Hero is here to come to your rescue. Contact your PC Hero by calling 813-793-7462 or emailing us at help@yourpchero.com. That's 813-793-7462 or email at help@yourpchero.com. Your PC Hero to the rescue.
This is your PC Hero, and everyone who listens to my show knows how much I love the little guy, the cool tech startup, the people who are doing fun things on the internet, even offline businesses that are using the internet to promote their stuff. Well, if you have a business or a cool story that you want to talk about on my show, then give me a call at 813-444-3761. That's 813-4401, and you too can be on your PC Hero. How exciting is that?
No more excuses. Get your business online and let your PC Hero come to your rescue with your domain, hosting, and traffic building needs. Your trusted name on the radio is also your only choice for domain registration, website and email hosting, and tools to generate online traffic. Go to yourpchero.biz for more information. That's yourpchero.biz to the rescue of your biz.
Does your business need a website and professional level email, but you do not have the budget for it, or you think you don't? Well, I have the solution for you. KRBWeb.com. That's right, KRBWeb.com. For as low as $6 a month, that's right, $6 a month, you can get website hosting, email with your domain, a free domain name, and it has a built-in website builder, so you don't even need a web designer. So get started, get your business on the internet at KRBWeb.com.
Have a question? Call in. Our numbers are 727-441-3000 or toll free 866-826-1340. That's 727-441-3000 or toll free 866-826-1340.
I have a lot of experience with the whole computer thing, you know, emails, sending emails, receiving emails, deleting emails. I could go on.
Yes, please go on.
I could go on.
Show us your computer knowledge.
I could go on. If I did that though, it would shoot through this microphone and blow everybody's freaking head off.
Yeah.
So I'm better off just shutting my mouth because my knowledge is too much. It would overload the brain.
You're an expert, man. You know how to send emails, receive emails.
I do.
Type.
I know how to type too, bro.
Yeah.
3 fingers.
All right, well, Mr. Expert, Mr. Shogun, expert technologist. Here we got a question from Sally from Tarpon Springs. Your neck of the woods. I know
Sally, my neck of the woods.
There you go. She's got a real simple question for you. Should I move everything to the cloud? What are you going to tell Sally?
Sally, do you know what the cloud is?
She probably doesn't.
She probably doesn't. So, okay. Sally, why would you want to move everything to something that you know nothing about? Would you move your whole family to Hoboken?
Yes.
Camden?
Okay.
Harlem?
So you're saying no?
Perhaps.
So you're saying no. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not saying no.
So what do you think? What advice you give her?
Sally?
Yeah.
Find out what the cloud is first.
Okay. Let's say she knows what the cloud is.
Okay, let's say she knows what the cloud is.
All right.
All right, so Sally, first of all, you have to think of the reasons why you would move everything to the cloud.
Uh-huh.
You know, is it for backing things up? Is it to make sure you don't lose anything? You know, what are you talking about when you're talking about moving stuff to the cloud? Are you talking about using some kind of a web-based backup? Are you talking about putting your stuff out in iCloud or Google Drive or something like that? That's really the big question. If you're asking about putting your documents out there, there's a lot of reasons why you may or may not want to do that. Number one, do you share your documents? You know, do you share those, you know, pretty pictures of pies and cakes and all the stuff that you bake at home with all of your little friends? If you do that, then maybe, yes, the cloud's a good idea because you can throw it up there, your little recipe for, you know, fried plantains or whatever, and you can share that out with all of your community. If you're not thinking about doing that for whatever reason, then why would you do it?
Uh-huh.
You know, Alan puts his stuff out there in the cloud. Nobody cares. Nobody cares why his stuff is out there. Pictures of you in a Speedo are not attractive, bro. I got bad news for you. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, you keep downloading those pictures to your hard drive. I don't understand this, bro.
Because I keep thinking you're putting up something that's relevant to me, bro.
Nah. It's also your wallpaper.
And and when you name the pictures Kate Upton, what am I going to do?
Yeah, but then you put it as a wallpaper on your
Because
computer.
I keep thinking it's Kate Upton, bro. Maybe I'm going blind in my old age.
All right, Sally. Let me give you a rational answer to your question. And, of course, you are the winning question of the week. So you get a choice of because you said you had a Samsung, but you didn't exactly explain to us which device you have. So we have a Galaxy case from Incipio and also a Note 2 case. So you pick it, you let us know in a follow-up email. But, Sally, the question that the Shogun said was right. Why do you want to go to the cloud? Okay, first of all, you got to understand that it's not, while there's a lot of wonderful things about the cloud, and people, of course, saying, what is the cloud? If you check your email on the web, you're using the cloud. Anything on the web is the cloud. Carbonite is cloud, okay? Anything going through the internet is the cloud. But when they say about cloud computing, and they're talking about stuff that normally would not be on the cloud, like your files, the stuff on your hard drive, that being on the internet. And in that area, it's not quite ready yet, okay? The speed of the internet doesn't make it as feasible. For example, I've got gigabytes and gigabytes of music and videos. I have to have a hard drive on my home computer to play it nicely. I can't put it all on the cloud because there's going to be a buffering issue. There's going to be inconsistency. The speed is not there.
And Liberace does not sound good when you're playing it from the cloud, right, Alan?
No, it doesn't.
That's right. And those pictures of Liberace that you have don't do very well either,
No,
right,
they
Alan?
don't. They don't.
That's right.
They
That's what I
don't.
thought. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
All right. So, Sally, my answer to you is this. Like the Shogun said, why don't you follow up with another email? Tell us what you want to move to the cloud and why, and we'll be able to answer your question. I always suggest you having your important stuff in 2 different locations anyway. So maybe you have your stuff on your hard drive, but you have a cloud backup, which I highly recommend.
And
like
Sally,
Carbonite.
And Sally, if you live in Tarpon Springs, send me your address because every once in a while I get hungry and I'd like to go somewhere and have dinner. And let me know if you're a decent cook or not.
There you go. Send the Shogun your address. Of course, again, the Shogun's opinions, they are no way bearing or reflecting about the opinions of your PC hero. Disclaimer, disclaimer. All righty. We go from our our question of the week to
And
now.
Sally, I need to bring
pet
my
peeves.
15 kids too, by the way.
Thank you.
'Cause
Thank
they're
you.
hungry too.
Thank you. Our pet peeves of the week, bro. The stuff that makes us crazy. And we have one that's kind of similar. Show, baby, what's your pet peeve of this week?
So I talked about this earlier, man. You know what? I need to remotely access my computers. Everybody does. I mean, there's no two ways about it. Everybody needs that service. Most people don't understand. I mean, you buy a firewall, you take it out of the box, you hook it up in your house, you think automatically I'm protected, nothing's going to get to me. Now I can't access anything, right? I can't access anything remotely outside of my house. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in there. I'm
this
just
is a tech guy
regular user.
talking.
No, this is not me. This is me. This is me voicing. I'm the voice of the people. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the voice of the people.
Right.
I've never been a firewall I couldn't whoop, baby.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
All right.
So anyway, getting back to the point, now that there's no log man, right? How do I remote to my stuff, man? If I got a firewall in my house, I can't use Microsoft's remote desktop because, number one, I don't know what port it runs on. It's complex. I don't know whether I should give permission for, remote help. I don't know what to do here. So why don't people like Apple and Microsoft just make a remote desktop service that's built into the OS that when I plug in my computer at home, I set up an account and now I've got remote access?
Well,
Why?
I'm going to tell you. First of all, Apple actually does have it. Okay? It's called Back to My Mac, and it is pretty easy. All it is based on your iCloud account. So, for example, you go into your computer and you sign in on your iCloud account, and in your system preference, you just say, I want to enable sharing. That's it, screen sharing. Anywhere else you sign in, your computers will appear on the left-hand side. One click, share screen, boom, it works.
Wow.
Okay, so Apple does it. Windows, the kings of the remote desktop, still haven't figured it out.
Still haven't figured it out.
Yeah. Very, very, very annoying. So there's a little tip from your PC Hero how to have screen sharing within your Mac. Go ahead and in your iCloud, on the system preferences, enable screen sharing. And anywhere you go into your computer, on another one, your Office Mac, your MacBook, whatever, you'll see it listed on the left-hand side, and you can connect to it. Nice
right,
and
so
easy.
buy a Mac.
Buy a Mac. There you go.
Al Gore did not invent the internet.
And now my pet peeve is, of course, is related to the Log Me In discussion we talked about earlier, which is bait and switch with free services. They're not the only ones who do it.
No, everybody does.
There are a lot of, and I hate it.
Yeah.
If you're going to offer free service, just offer it.
And let it stay free forever.
Right. Or don't offer it.
Yeah, or don't offer it at all.
Because
don't get people dependent on it.
Right.
You know? I mean,
right.
It's almost as bad as a crack dealer.
It's bait and switch.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
It is. You know, you get somebody hooked on it. They get to have a dependency on it. They can't not use it anymore, and then you hit them with a price tag for
Are you
it.
telling me you have a little crack cocaine problem, bro?
No, I have a kid hopping problem.
All right. Yes, I agree. It's really disgusting. Look, if it's like I said, if you're going to offer for free, just keep it for free. Google did this with the apps. Remember Google Apps for Business?
Yeah.
They gave you a free one, and then they cut it down to 10 users, and then they took it away again.
Microsoft did the same thing with the free domain. Remember when Microsoft Live first came out? They gave you a free domain, free website, all of that stuff. You can point your domain. It didn't cost you a dime, and then they pulled the carpet out from under that.
I will say one thing good about Google when it comes to this bait and switch thing. If you had the free account for Google for Business,
they
grandfathered
well,
in.
so did
That's
Microsoft.
what you should do.
Yeah, Microsoft did the same thing.
And that's what Log Me In should have done.
They should have.
If you're a free user, you keep it. Anybody new will have to pay.
That's right. But Log Me In, I'm done with you. I wash my hands of you.
All righty. Well, that's it for our pet peeves of the week. Now, let's talk about the best part, okay? The freebies.
Right.
The real freebies.
Right.
The stuff that's out there that's great value, that is absolutely free. Show, what do you got for me this week?
So, Alan, you and I have talked about doing podcasts forever. You know, it's a real important
You've
part
talked.
of our.
I haven't listened though. But
Yeah,
okay.
of course not. You know, I know the Kate Upton podcast doesn't appeal to you as much as the Liberace podcast.
That's
that you
right.
want
He was
to
a
do.
genius.
Yes,
and all the ladies loved him.
All the ladies loved him. That's right.
Right.
Absolutely, especially the ones with blue hair and granny panties.
Don't be hating.
I'm not hating, bro. I know those are the same ones that love you.
Okay.
So no mistakes there. But so my choice this week was Podcast Garden.
Okay.
They basically let you do a podcast. It doesn't cost you anything. They actually go out. They post it out there for you. They advertise it. You're limited on what you can do with the free account, but you can do one free podcast a month. If you're not somebody that's creative and has an idea every 5 seconds, then this is a great service for you.
All right, now quickly, what is a podcast? Because people out there are like, I'm not a tech guy. What's a podcast?
Yeah, tell them what a podcast is.
All right, podcast is basically streaming your audio like as if it's a radio show. You put it up on the internet, and people can subscribe to it, and it automatically downloads in iTunes or whatever, and you can listen to it on your iPad, iPod, whatever you want.
Right.
Podcast is just as simple as that. All right, my freebie choice of the week. I'm tired of complaining about Log Me In. All right?
Right.
I got to offer a solution, baby.
Hopefully.
Yeah. TeamViewer. Okay? Not as user-friendly as Log Me In.
Not at all.
But it's free.
And it does work.
And it works.
Right.
Okay? It's a decent enough substitute right now until I find something better. And if you guys have something out there that you think is better that's absolutely free, please send it to us. Go to the website and send it. But TeamViewer.com, it's simple. There's a free and there's a commercial version.
Right.
Okay, like it's supposed to be. The free is limited, but it does exactly what it needs to do. You install it on your computer. You have to set it for unintended access, though.
Right.
Because normally it asks for permission to connect.
Right.
But once you do that, you are good to go and you can control your screen.
Right. And, I mean, the one thing that I don't like about them is that the free version is for consumer use only. You can't use it for
How do they know?
professional use. They don't know. They really don't know. But,
How does
I mean,
anybody
they
know?
say
They
it.
always say,
I
oh,
know.
yeah, Carbonite.
I know, but, it's a stupid thing to say anyway
Right.
because they know people are doing it, so why even say
Carbonite,
it?
same thing. Oh, it's for
Yeah.
free
Yeah, why even say it?
personal.
Because people aren't
Please.
going to,
Yeah.
they're not going to abide by that.
No. All right, well, that's it for this week. Log Me In, shame on you. Happy birthday to the Mac. Show, It's been a pleasure as usual.
It has been a pleasure, but I got one thing to say.
Oh,
Log
boy.
me in. You know what? You can suck it.
All right. That's
right.
it from the Shogun, baby.
Horrible freaking people.
We're out.
Bunch of evil trolls is what they are, man.
Yeah.
You know that? They're just horrible, bro.
Right.
I understand it.
I understand.
You know
I
what?
understand
How
you
do I
have to
spend that money?
I don't understand you have to time.
I know you don't, bro. But you know what? I'm a likable guy
Yourself.
on some planet.
God bless
Yes.
Cheryl
For putting up with my
Putting up-
crap.
oh,
And
boy.
Kate Upton.
You don't
For
put
the
up
500,000 tweets I send her every week.
You don't put up with your stuff.
I do.
No, she doesn't.
Of course she does.
WTAN, Clearwater, Tampa Bay. WDCF, Dade City, Tampa Bay. WZHR, Zephyr Hills, Tampa Bay. Listen,